Let's take a look at our first game, the New York Rangers at the New York Islanders. Game time, 7:30 Eastern time. The Rangers are tied with Carolina for the top spot in the Metro Division, so it's a very important game for New York. There's no, taking time off. And, of course, for the Islanders, a team that had some hardships to start the year, have been playing extremely well over the last month or so. And, in fact, if this team had another month, they probably would make a bid for the postseason. But we'll see who we think is a stronger one in this game. The Rangers definitely need this game a lot more than the Islanders do. Let's take a look at the number on the game. Rangers minus $1.30. That's been bet up from minus $1.25. So you're seeing some public money come in on the Rangers, as you would expect. Total is holding steady at 5.5 under minus $1.20. And that completely makes sense with tonight's starting goaltender. Shesterkin will probably get the start against either Varlamov or Sorokin. I've gotten conflicting reports on this. Best thing to do is get on Twitter, follow the Islander beat writers, and see who's the first off the ice. Whoever's first off, that's who's going to get the start tonight. Either way, that doesn't change our selection in any way. And for the Rangers, it's really hard to go against what they've been doing of late. They're on a 3-game shutout streak, which is they've shut the Philadelphia Flyers out. They shut Winnipeg out. They shut Detroit out. They haven't allowed a goal. To put this in perspective, the Rangers haven't allowed a goal in 9 days, or a 5-on-5 goal since the 6:42 mark of the third period against the Carolina Hurricanes, which was 4 days ago, or 4 games ago. That's 186 minutes and 42 seconds, and how do you go against that unless that changes? That's a very difficult trend when you're not allowing any goals. And I know that's not deep, but when you're not allowing any goals, it's really difficult to all of a sudden think tonight's the night against the Islanders, who have played well, but they've played well because they played well defensively, not because they're putting a lot of pucks in the net. So keep in mind as we move forward with this, the Rangers regular season this year is probably going to go down as a top 5 regular season in the history of this team. And if you remember back in our preview shows, somebody said that the Rangers will probably contend for a Stanley Cup. We'll see if that happens, but they certainly did not make a liar out of me during the regular season. I digress. Over the last month, of course, Igor Shesterkin is 6-3-1 with a goals against average of 1.86. He also has 3 shutouts in that span. Also in that span, the Rangers are second in regulation wins with 9. They're number 1 in goals against, allowing just 2 goals a game in that span. They're also giving up just 25.6 shots per game over the last month. Only Carolina is better in that category. New York has allowed 1 goal or less 7 times in their last 13 games, and they have held opponents to 30 shots or less in 11 of those games. They are going to walk into this one as well with a little bit of revenge on their shoulders. The Islanders have really had the Rangers' number of late, and I think the Rangers, this is the one final piece of the puzzle before they go into the postseason that they want to put to bed. And, of course, the Islanders are trying to send a message for next season. So let's take a look at tonight's official selection on this game. The Rangers are playing, as we said, some of their best hockey. They have something to prove against the Islanders, who have had their number, but the Rangers are on a 21-6 run against teams that are coming off a 2-goal or less offensive performance, which means the Rangers clamp down on teams who are struggling to score, and that's where the Islanders are at this point. We're going to go ahead, lay a little bit of juice tonight, but as we've seen some separation in the NHL, I feel less and less like I'm worried about the bankroll and more worried about getting the better team, which we're getting here in the Rangers. So we're going to take New York, the Rangers of New York, minus $1.30.